On this week's episode of Motivational Minutes, author and entrepreneur Mike McFall explains why focus is a must-have trait for new and established business owners. I'm curious to know about making friends with the boogeyman. Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, I think specifically being an entrepreneur, there's one thing you can count on, and that is zero consistency in your day and your life. And so the boogeyman's going to jump out at you. The boogeyman's going to, you have no idea when it's going to come. You don't know how hard they're going to hit you, but the boogeyman is going to jump out from behind that tree, and you have to be prepared for that. And if that takes you down, if you aren't able to roll with that, if that kind of thing doesn't inspire you, like for me, I always loved that challenge. I always viewed my business as like a sophisticated, fun game of Monopoly, right? Like what a cool thing I get to do every single day is I get to wake up and I face this challenge. And so when the boogeyman, when a problem, when something blows up in my world, I've never been demotivated by that. That fires me up. Like, let's get through this. Let's hammer it. Let's go for it. And so to me, I think that if consistency and routine are important to you, I think entrepreneurship is going to be might be a little awkward at times, right? Because we all, today my life is different, right? 27 years in and so on. But boy, at the beginning, you had no idea what was going to happen,
Right,
and
right.
and if you weren't ready for that, so that's the boogeyman, and I like it. I talk about wrestling the boogeyman, or you got to be able to poke the boogeyman in the eye and move on. And so but it really is. It's about taking almost a lighthearted approach to these situations that blow up in your world as an entrepreneur, and know that that's normal. And it's okay, and you just got to keep going. And again, it's sort of like being that elephant that's just plodding forward and letting stuff hit you and bounce off you and just keep going.
Yes. Yet another common denominator that I find with successful people, they have faced adversity. And so the boogeyman in this instance, for as you're explaining it, is a metaphor for anything that is coming at you that you did not expect. And the most successful CEOs, based on the conversations I've had here, they took a second to shake it off, like, okay, whoa, what the, WTF was that? And then they say, okay, now how do I navigate through this and change this potentially into a positive, if not just to survive it? How do we get through it? So again, another common denominator, and that brings me to what I think. Well, my last thing to clarify with you, which I think ties into that, would be the tapping into the secret of focus. You can't really have that reaction to adversity unless you are, I think, dedicated to your mission. So tell me, am I off with that assessment, or how do you
No,
view that?
it's not. I mean, it's really the boogeyman could be. And go with me here for a second, because this might go off in the weeds, but the boogeyman might be somebody bringing you an amazing opportunity, that is this opportunity to pursue something else. And so the boogeyman doesn't always necessarily have to be, a punch in the face. It could be, I can't tell you how many times people brought us things that were opportunities for us, like, putting ice cream in our stores, or investing in a piece of real estate, or whatever it might be. And but our mission, what we did for 20 straight years, was wake up every single day and try to get better at selling cups of coffee, sell one more cup of coffee today than we did yesterday. And that was it. And so, that was our focus. And so anything that's going to distract us from that goal, that eventuality, was the boogeyman, even though they might have been grandiose, beautiful, amazing opportunities, because people don't bring you opportunities and tell you they're not good opportunities. People bring you opportunities and tell you it's the greatest thing ever. And so many entrepreneurs go spinning off in all these directions because of these different opportunities. But somehow we were smart enough to know that what we needed to do was focus on being great retailers of coffee, period.
Subscribe today for more inspiration on the go.